close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright everybody, I am Chamsy. I will be casting tonight's games. We are doing CBA regular season. It's December now, and we have our first game of the week for week 8. This is the last week before playoffs next week. So as we load into this game, I'm going to pull up some stats here for everybody, and we'll be able to go through them here together. So first I'm going to do the competitors that we have tonight. So we have University of Tennessee at Knoxville. We have University of Texas at San Antonio. Georgia Southern University. We have Arizona State University, West Virginia University, University of Minnesota, Ole Miss, University of Texas at Austin, Texas Tech, East Carolina University, Purdue, University of California at San Diego, Southern Illinois, University of Edwardsville, University of California at Irvine, Ohio State University, RIT, University of Delaware, Jacksonville State University, and Clemson University. So I'm going to take us to the top 10 competitors of the season so far. So we have UC Riverside at 736.5 points, followed by University of Tennessee Knoxville with 611, and UC Boulder with 515.5 points. Then we have University of Texas San Antonio with 462.5, and University of Washington with 449.5. And then the 6th through 10th spots are taken by Georgia Southern with 443 points, Arizona State University with 439 points, West Virginia with 411.5, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign with 394 points, and we have University of Minnesota Twin Cities with 389.5. I'm going to familiar you guys with the point system really quick before we get in the game. Placements are worth, first is 35, second is 30, third is 25, and then it gets down from there, and then kills are worth a point each. So as we load into this game, I will show you what the plane is looking like here. So it looks like we got a northeast plane coming out here from down towards the southwest. We got some people spreading out pretty evenly. You can see Cooped and Freven from RIT up on the top. We got some people spreading out to Yasnaya. We got people going south towards Mansion and Prism. We got a pretty even spread. We got one even going towards Razak or School. They're spreading out pretty evenly here. I haven't noticed. We're pretty close into the map here. I haven't noticed quite exactly where everyone's going to end up. We'll see if we get some early game action where people competing over some early game loot here. So we got a couple people hanging out to the end, going down towards Primorsk. And looks like no one's actually going to take Primo. They're going to go north of it, looks like. So you can see here we're on the east side of the map looking at Lipovka. We can see and Terrence, Royal G, and his team. They're all looks like that they're alone there, so they'll be able to get some good loot. There's quite a few buildings there that gives you loot. You can see it's pretty dense over there in Yasnaya. It looks like we have two teams spread amongst there. I'm wondering if we're going to see some contact there. And it's probably going to be pretty boring here for the first minute or two as everyone's figuring out what they're doing before the circle comes in, and then things will get interesting as the circle starts to close. So let's see what happens. We got Dank Daddy 42069 with XPR and Lone Potato as his teammates. They're in Pochinki here, and looks like you got Booty-sama and Zraven and Suka. These are two high fragging teams with a lot of kills and high placements, so I'm hoping that they actually get into a fight, a big tussle here, so that those aren't the only two out in the end game. So you can see that the circle actually ended up on the east side of the map here. It's pretty interesting because it's actually going to limit where everyone needs to go. So you can see we have the Mighty Derb here taking some UMP shots. Not sure if he landed any. Didn't have a scope, so I don't blame him. We got a XPR with the Mini 14 and his holographic sight on it. Looks like he's taken some shots at Zraven. I'm not sure if he spotted him. I believe that he knows that they're there, so he's probably just going to take some, be pretty cautious here. He's staying on the rooftops, looks like. That's one thing I do like about Pochinki is it's one of the places where you can use verticality to your advantage. That's one thing that I think is lacking from this current map for PUBG, but I hope that that actually changes when the new map comes out. But I do like when people get on top of buildings and they use more than just the second floor of a house as their height advantage here. So you can see Suka moving around, looting. I'm not sure. They probably know that XPR's team's on the other side, but they're probably trying to avoid a contact if they can, which I don't blame them. They're trying to make it with They're trying to get good loot without trying to start a fight without losing one, because even losing one member in a short fight like this can actually be really detrimental when you get to the late game, when you need to win several fights in a row and play really, really carefully just to make it and get a lot of points for your team, which is essentially what all these teams are playing for. They're trying for season placements here, and we have playoffs next week, so for a couple of these teams it's like crunch time here. So you can see we got Alov with the pistol, taking some shots with Shark over there with the AK-47. You got Bojangles and Dingus Khan. It looks like they're trying to get to a boat here before they get gunned down. Alov taking an interesting James Bond approach here with just the pistol. I'm wondering if he can grab a kill with it. Looks like Bojangles and his team are in a pretty bad spot. They're all just swimming around hoping that they don't get taken down. Looks like Alov and his team are probably just going to move up and watch them as they run in the water. They're probably going to take the vehicles from them, make sure that they can't get out evenly, but they're going to have to watch out. The shots are going to draw attention from everyone else, and they're on a pretty open spot on the beach. So looks like that the fight in Pochinki came to a head here. We've got Dank Daddy getting taken down by Syuka and actually getting finally killed. So we got Booty Sama's down here, and he's probably going to be taken down by XPR here finally. And Lone Potato looks like he just got taken down by Zraven, and now we got Syuka and XPR dueling it out. XPR going to take the last shot, and Zraven's finally going to kill XPR, and that's XPR's team actually going to get lost.
Good fight.
That is the whole team wipe. That was a really good fight by them. Wow, that was actually quite... Looks like they only lost one member there. That's an excellent fight for them. Now looks like they have all of Pochinki to themselves, so they can loot some pretty good loot. The good thing about Pochinki is not necessarily the quality, but it's the quantity of loot. So usually out of Pochinki you can get ARs and level 2 gear, which is, with a team like that who's very good at handling themselves, that's plenty to get them through to the mid to late game, where they can kill some people with some better loot. So that was a good fight by them. They played it very well, and looks like they only lost one member for it, so that's going to get them a couple kills, couple points, and that's actually going to take out one of the most competitive teams that they might have had to deal with later. So look like Endless Void. Not sure if he did it on purpose or if he's just the worst boat driver we've ever seen, but it looks like he beached the boat. So you can zoom out here. Looks like we got a crate on the northeast by Yasnaya and between Stalber and all those places. You got a couple people. Looks like they spread out in Yasnaya. Didn't want to get into a fight, so they all spread out. Looks like we're going to take a look at the care package here. Looks like we got a Groza 4x, level 3 helmet, a medkit, and some ammo. That's actually a really good crate. Level 3 helmet's really big in this type of game because people are really efficient at looting, and people tend to take Kar 98s because it gives you a nice, easy one-hit kill. Except when you have a level 3 helmet, that's not the case. So a level 3 helmet's going to be really big, along with a med kit that gives you, that's definitely the best med item in the game. And then also, some people like Grozas. I know that it's got some stigma around it. A lot of people don't like it very much, but it's got a really high damage and really high rate of fire. So in close range, Groza can be very, very effective. And also with the 4x too. Scopes are something that are really, really integral to this game. And having a 4x over a red dot or holographic can make the difference in a lot of these fights. So you can see we have Pixel, I'm Corrupt, and Protozor. They all spread out on the east side of the map over towards Kameshki and all that's Georgia Southern University. They spread out towards the east coast. We've seen a couple teams that have decided to spread out. They try to cover more ground, and it's just a risk-reward situation, hoping that they don't get killed. But Curly here is probably going to have to watch out. We got Freven from RIT wrapping around the side. He's not a member of Freven's team. We got Denethor, Epiclo, and Kupta. They're all closing in on Curly, and Curly's team is actually all on the east coast. So I'm wondering if RIT noticed that they were there, if Denethor caught him and saw that he was there. But my guess is that he did, and that's why they're all closing in. So they don't know that it's only one member. They have to assume that there's four, so they're going to play it really, really safe because placement matters a lot. So they're going to have to watch out here. You see that they're closing in. We got Kupta behind Denethor here. They're trying to get a vantage point. They're going to probably close in. We got Epiclo driving around on the south side of Stalber trying to catch them. Maybe see if he was catch Curly trying to run away. But hopefully Curly gets out of there alive. Not exactly sure if he could win a 1v4 fight, but he could definitely try to sneak his way out of there. So we got looks like we got a perspective on JB here from West Virginia University. They're getting shot at from Milta, so they're gonna have to watch out. One of the things about driving is it's a pretty dangerous thing to do. It gives you the ability to get places a lot faster, but the drawback is it draws attention, and you're also multiple people in one small target, so it makes it really, really difficult. Looks like we actually just saw JB getting taken down by DeGrotto with an AK. He's probably going to get killed here as long as he's down. He might get used as bait for everybody else. But looks like we got Victolt wrapping around, trying to flank Maxter 999 here. He's going to actually take a hit. Not exactly sure from where, but hopefully he knows that he gets to a safe spot. He's probably going to wrap around these hills. He knows exactly where Maxter is as long as he hasn't moved yet, so he's going to take a higher vantage point as long as he can. And he's going to wrap around. You can see Maxter on the screen here trying to look around. He's jumping. Victolt's jumping, trying to get caught. He's looking around for him. Hopefully he doesn't look in the wrong direction too long. Looks like he's hid behind some trees here. Looks like he saw the buggy, and actually that's going to be DeGrotto knocking at Maxter with a Car 98 headshot, and Victolt's just going to walk up and take him out and finish him off. Great shot by DeGrotto. Wish we could see the perspective on that one on the peak, but great team play by them. They closed in, made sure that they covered all angles, and then he took him out with an easy Car 98 shot. So we can see that the people in Yasnaya, one is still up there, and then another team spread out. And you can see Curly here actually end up getting away from RIT, and he ended up sneaking down towards the south and got away pretty easily. So he didn't have to deal with a 1v4 fight, and his team will actually be in a better spot later because now he has all 4 members of his team alive. So their spread out tactic for looting a lot of places at once without being together has actually worked out really well for them. So we're going to get perspective on Venus GG here driving in. Looks like he's passing a couple teams, wide berth around. Not sure if he's going to accidentally run in. He's going to meet up with Levi here in another car. Hopefully there's nobody in these houses. They might end up stopping and looting. They're probably looking for open doors, making sure that no one's there. But with these types of things, camping in houses and then killing people is actually a really viable strategy. It can be really dangerous just to enter a house and pull up. And when you look from our perspective, a lot of times it can seem like people are really, really dumb for pulling up on a house when there's people in it. But there's no reason for a lot of times for people to think that there would be people in it. So you have to think about it from that perspective. Everyone has to play. We have a bird's eye view of everything that goes on, but a lot of times these people have restricted vision, so they have to play as safe as possible. So we can see Fake Prax and his team. They've got Yellerfeller behind them. They're just avoiding the circle here. We got Zraven, the team that won at Pochinki, just hitting the circle too. They're going to have to move in here on the side. They're going to come into the edge of the circle here, and I know that I just saw a couple team members just on the inside as well. They're probably going to have to take a boat so that they avoid the people waiting on the edges. People are going to watch for the plane here, make sure that they don't get shot. We got Dingus Khan and Lieutenant Bojangles up ahead of them. So I'm not sure if they're going to move in or if they're going to wait and look on the edge, but they might get caught up from behind, so they're going to have to watch out. And you can see a nice clean line of people just hanging out on the coast here, actually. So we got Protozor just ripping in with a motorcycle. Brando 6 and his team going to be taking some shots. Protozor looks like he hit a rock. Take a couple shots, but he's going to zip away, hopefully unharmed. He actually took a big hit there. He looks like he's just over the hill, so he might be okay. And now the plane is going to pass over Brando 6. You can see Curly close behind him. He's the one that just snuck away from RIT. Looks like their spread out mechanics work, so they're going to meet up here, and they'll probably be in a pretty good position here on out. So you can see Yellerfeller and them, they're actually just stopping. You see Lieutenant Bojangles are actually coming back towards them. So I wonder if they hear their car and they can see them. They're probably going to take some shots if they have the opportunity. Looks like they were just over the hill, and they probably don't want to give their position away. So actually they're not going to end up taking any shots. So it looks like we've got the circle actually moving even farther east. This is going to cut off a lot of land. You can see that more than half of the circle is in water, which means that it's going to be probably the same amount of people as a normal game, except it's going to be in half the space, which means a lot of people are going to be pressured into situations they don't want to be in, and the teams that are going to win today are going to be the ones that can deal with those situations the best. So you can see Papaya, Suka, and Zraven on the left here on the stats. Looks like they all each have 2 kills. So it looks like they wiped out the one squad that was at Pochinki with XPR, and looks like that they also got another couple kills tacked on. So they're going to be a team they're going to have to watch out for, because killing a couple people gets you a couple points, but it also gives you all the gear that they had. So if any one of them had Car 98s or really good scopes or medicine, then that's going to put them in a much more advantageous position going into the end game here. So we got Jake Blue 88, the meme master, the Jake Blue crew, all supporting him as he drives away, hopefully escaping the clutches of Matt D and his team. Looks like he got away scot-free. He's moving right into Fiasco there. They're probably going to meet up on the coast. And they've got a pretty safe spot over there as long as more members don't close in from the north side. So looks like we got a fight breaking out between Raven and his members and Suka from Pochinki where they were earlier. And they actually are going to take some shots downhill at Mighty Derb. Looks like they spotted them down the hill. Hopefully they can escape before they take too many hits. Looks like they're actually they have the hill on their side here, looks like. So despite them having lower numbers, looks like that they probably are going to be able to get away before they take too much of a hit. Looks like X-Worms is taking some shots. And Mighty Derb looking pretty healthy right now, but all it takes with these types of players is it takes just them get one small scope on you, and sometimes it's pretty amazing what a lot of these players can do if you watch them. They don't even need scopes. I've seen people hit red dot Car 98 shots from several hundred meters while people are moving. It's just amazing what these players can do. So like I said before, it's playing safe is the best option. So we got looks like we got Tosk here. His team is moving in on Chancery and Jake Blue from OSU. This is going to put Jake Blue and his team in an interesting spot because they don't want to. They were probably hoping that they didn't get pressed on here. Looks like Beta Cuck's actually going to get taken down by Jake Blue, and the rest of the team putting an assist. Hopefully they're able to take him down before he gets res. Looks like they aren't going to get so lucky. I'm wondering if a well-placed frag. Looks like he's going to knock out Honey Hole and also finally kill Beta Cuck. Chancery's going to wrap around along with Fiasco, take a pressure fire here, and looks like we got Tosk's teammate Caboose 452. He's pretty low, so he's gonna have to watch out. I'm hoping that Fiasco and OSU all press their advantage here because they know that one's down, one's dead, and 2 are alive. And in a 4v2 fight, they can absolutely win. So it looks like Tosk and Caboose are actually gonna dip. They're gonna take the US, and they're gonna get the heck out of there because they lost that fight badly. So they're actually gonna take that right into the ocean, and sadly enough, Caboose is going to get knocked down in the water, unresable. Tosk is going to be half health, less than half health, the only man left alive. OSU put the hurt on East Carolina University there. Wow, they got punished very hard for trying to push in their house. Jake Blue said, "Don't come into my house. This is my house." So looks like we got Dingus Khan moving in from the west. Looks like he stayed outside of the circle. Maybe overstayed his welcome. Hopefully he doesn't take too much damage for it. We got Zraven's perspective here. Texas San Antonio. He's got a suppressed M4 with an 8 times. He's probably going to get an easy shot here. Looks like he didn't do as much damage as he wanted to. He got a couple shots off from Noob's Gone Wild. From this distance, I imagine that Noob's Gone Wild could probably tell where it was from, especially because of where he took cover. So they probably know that there's at least one member out here. They're probably going to assume that it's a whole team. Looks like Noobs is going to peek out and see if he can spot Zraven. Looks like he's going to take a couple shots with the SKS. Looks like Papaya in the top was knocked out. I wonder if it was Dudas with the well-placed Car 98 shot. I didn't quite catch it in the chat logs. Suka's going to have to res him. That's going to be another medicine down for them. We got LOV taking some shots down at X-Worm Mighty Derm. They're the last 2 members of their team. Looks Looks like they're going to retreat down the hill. When you're at this stage of the game, you're almost to one of the final circles, and really all you have to do is just avoid people until everyone else kills each other. So when you have only 2 members, you don't want to take a fight where you're in a 2v4 situation, so you probably want to avoid it as much as possible. Is Raven going to take the flank? Actually going to knock out Noob's Gone Wild this time. Going to finish him off with a couple well-placed shots. He's going to probably flank around farther, make sure that they can't identify exactly where he is, so that when they try to res Noob's Gone Wild, maybe he can get a nice, easy kill. Looks like they're safely placed. Dudas is going to take a couple hits. They're all in a pretty bad position here. I'm not sure if Raven has any grenades, but if one well-placed grenade could really make the difference in this situation. He knows that there's at least 2 people in here, so he's probably going to have to watch out. He might only think that there was 1. He didn't know that there was a 3rd. Major Joel going to be taken out. Noob's Gone Wild going to be low health. Looks like Dudas did not pull out fast enough. Looks like we got Noob's Gone Wild going to take out Raven. And we got Syuka pushing in, going to cover him. Looks like he actually knocked out Noob's Gone Wild. Now it's only Dudas left. He's going to have to defend for his whole team. He's going to get pushed in from the right side here. Not sure if he can hear him or if he knows it yet, but he's got that opening covered. He's going to get pushed in. There's going to be a couple well-placed shotgun shots, and Papaya is going to actually put down Dudas. Wow, that was really good play by San Antonio. They were in an... I'm not sure if it was 3v3 or 3v4. I think it was 3v3, and they actually took out the entire team without losing a single member. So that was a really good play by them. Looks like we got Fallen Angel taking some shots. Looks like they're on the eastern side of Lempovka. This is one of the only major cities that's actually still in the circle here. So they're probably holding position, make sure they can see a bunch of boats out there. A lot of people are probably going to take the boat game here, considering there's so much of the circle is actually going to be in water. I'm interested to see where the circle ends up, because it could close off a lot more of the actual landmass that people can stand on here. So it looks like we got a couple people down in the prison area. We got a couple more up towards the north side of Mansion. We got Fallen Angel, 12k, still moving in, trying to cover the edge here with the Car 98. Hopefully get a quick headshot. He wasn't paying attention to the left side, though. Royal G is actually going to knock him out. Fuchsia's going to knock down N. Terrence. UCD Lens is going to be probably trying to press his advantage here. He probably knows where Fuchsia is based on the gunshots, so it looks like Cullican is actually going to take out Fallen Angel for good, put him out of the game. UCD Lens is just going to cover this side. So there's only 2 members left. Fuchsia's going to peek, and UCD Lens is going to take a couple shots. Not quite enough to take him down. They do know that they're both over there, though, so as long as they play smart, they should be able to take out both of their members really, really easily. Looks like Lens is going to smoke out the right side, probably to either cover his position or fake cover it. A lot of times you can just smoke and pretend to go that way and actually just go the other way. But in this first-person perspective, there's no way for Fuchsia to really know unless he peeks, and that poses a huge risk, especially since last time he did that, UCD Lens just took him out really easily. So we got Raven in the chat log. Looks like he actually took down Mighty Derb. That was at the prison. He took him down really easily. UCD is going to... Lens is going to take the smoke and walk right past Fuchsia, and as he's standing right there, he's going to put him right down. So Raikyu's actually probably just going to camp in here, hopefully get a really quick, easy kill while someone tries a push, but they're going to play really smart. It's going to be really, really difficult for him to beat this. Yep, sadly Raikyu's going to be taken down. Props to him for trying to put up a fight. Looks like we got a lot of people on the... looks like there's not very many people actually in the circle. The circle's pretty small right now. People are going to have to move in the next minute and a half. We got a lot of people on the south side. We've only got a couple people taking boats. A couple people that are in the circle. We've got fake pracs. They're going to be able to see Dingus Khan and everyone moving in from the north. We've got to take some trick shots on the UAS here. Taking off some sick jumps before they move in. Got their team spreading out, trying to cover a lot of more ground. We got Jake Blue and OSU all following close behind. Looks like everyone's taking that jump. We got Sam LTV taking some shots down at Jake Blue and OSU. Looks like they're swerving around, making sure they don't get hit. We got a couple people holed up in this south, in this small group of houses on the south side of the circle. It's going to be very interesting. I think that there was actually more than two teams here. We got Venus GG holed up in this house with his teammate, and looks like Endless Void. They're just listening for shots, seeing where everyone is, so they can press their try to push. We got Aloe V taking a spray. That's going to be 2 members knocked out for Aloe V. Blink Alliance going to be taking out Great Yeti as well. So that's going to be a full. That's going to be killing everyone in that house. So now Blink Alliance and Levi are probably just going to try to leave as fast as possible here. Make sure that they don't get killed as well. Now Curly, we've been following him since the beginning of the game from Georgia Southern. Him and his team had spread out, and now it looks like they're back together, and they've got a stronghold of houses inside the circle. It looks like they're trying to take some shots at Yellerfeller and those members. Looks like he got a nice shot on Denethor from RIT, and Freven. Looks like they're running into the woods. Hopefully Freven sneaks behind a tree, and hopefully Curly has to deal with bigger issues so that RIT can get out of there without too much of a problem. Looks like we got quite the congregation of players out here. We got a lot of people in this small area. We got 3 teams, looks like, between these 2 compounds, and we got RIT coming in from the north as well. And looks like we got Zuka Zero peeling in very quickly. Sounds like on a motorcycle. Looks like he's sneaking in from behind. And he's going to get Groza down by Curly instantly. Protozoa is going to be killing Brando 6. He was on the edge. He's Alex Epic Remix's guy. Teammate here, I'm correct. Looks like he notices Anti-Knife. Hopefully takes a spray out here. Gets an easy kill. And I'm corrupt going to kill Anti-Knife, and that's going to be a lot of people dead very, very quickly. Now it's down to, looks like only 2 teams left. We got Matt D just hanging out, hoping that he doesn't get sprayed down. Looks like Kupta is actually going to kill Matt D. He's going to snake the kill from I'm Corrupt. He wasn't exactly sure who killed him. That's going to be I'm Corrupt taking out Pixel, his own teammate, in a panic. Kupta striking fear into the very hearts of his enemies right now, making them kill each other. He's a mind-controlling wizard right now. Kupta's in a very strange position here. He's probably going to have to try to wrap around this hill without getting seen by anyone. And that's going to be a very difficult task ahead of him, especially considering that the circle is very conveniently placed right on top of Lipovka. It encompasses the entire city. This is a very interesting circle. I like this a lot, actually. I haven't quite seen a game like this, I don't believe. We got Lens taking some AR shots with the 2 times at RIT there. Maybe hit a lucky one. Looks like Freven's actually going to get taken down by the Dinkus Khan. He's probably going to die for this, actually. Yep, looks like he's going to be taken out. So it looks like Denethor is the... not sure if he's the last member. I'm not sure if Kupta survived his encounter. It looks like he's one of the last members left from RIT. It looks like Kupta and Denethor are both still alive. We got Protozoa moving up. He probably noticed where it is. Looks like Levi going to be taking some shots at Zraven, and unluckily, just bullets dissipating in the air, it seems like. Zraven going to pull up, flick shot, and just take him out as punishment for even thinking about shooting at him. Zraven is one of the top fragging players in this entire season, and it's scary to think about having to shoot at him because he probably kills you faster than you can kill him. Kupta is going to be in a very bad position. He's going to be pinned down from a couple people here. Not landing very many shots, and it just takes one more for Kupta to go down. He's probably going to die here. It looks like Denethor, the last remaining member, is out in the middle of a field, not looking lucky. Curly and Pixel outside the circle are going to have to be pushing in pretty quickly. It's going to start dealing a lot of damage here soon, so they're going to have to get pretty lucky. Looks like Denethor was actually going to get caught there too. Looks like we got Degrado, the last remaining member of his team, just camping out, hoping that he makes it to the end game. We got Lipovka circle coming out here with right in the center. Looks like not a lot of buildings. We got buildings on the outskirts, and if anyone comes in from the west side, they're going to be in an interesting spot because looks like I'm Corrupt actually going to be taken out by Suka there. Wow. If you can look on the left, you've got Zraven with 7 kills, Suka with 4, and Papaya with 1. That is 12 kills between those team members. We got a lot of kills on the board here. Not a lot of people have been scraping by without doing much. We got a lot of kills up here. We got Niara Degrado and Denethor, the last remaining members of their teams, they're going to be trying to hold out really safely, not try to draw attention. They're probably not going to take shots at people unless they really, really have to, because that will draw attention and bring it to them. Looks like we get Degrado and Denethor in the same house, both solos. Sounds like they probably know that they're both there, and they probably have a mutual agreement to not press each other because they both know it could end badly for themselves. But every other member that knows that they're there is probably just watching the house like a hawk, waiting for one to leave. So looks like we got Len's going to take a shot from Papaya by the Car 98. Looks like it's only going to take one more body shot. If he peeks one more time, he's probably going to get knocked out. Looks like he's probably going to medkit here. Oh, Lens is going to peek again. Papaya wasn't quite ready. He was peeking another edge here. We got Lens's team sweeping up from behind. That's a frag grenade going to be coming in. Not placed quite well enough. So we got a lot of teams here, all in a very small area with a couple of buildings holding a couple of them. A couple people are deciding to stay outside the building so that they have mobility. We got Cullican. Ooh, Zacho's going to just barely not be able to get through this window. He's going to be hitting the bottom part of the window. He actually would have killed him there if he had landed that, and that would have been a really, really, really good shot. Hopefully they land. All it takes is one grenade for that entire squad to get wiped out, because they are all very, very, very tightly packed. Looks like Chancery is going to be finally killed by Niara there. The rest of OSU is still alive and kicking. Degrado looks like he had killed Denethor. Sadly for Denethor, but good for Degrado. He's putting in. He luckily only encountered one of the only solos left in the game. Looks like we got a spray battle between two teams. Tsuka can't quite take out all four members. Wow, that was a firing squad if I have ever seen one. They just whipped out and decided that they were going to put him down like execution. Niara's going to be knocking out R3PO Wraith, and Jake Blue going to be killing Cullican. Niara's actually putting in a lot of work. He's one of the last solos besides Degrado left in the game, and he actually is going to get a knockout there. He already has one kill under his belt. This next minute or two is going to be the deciding factor on who actually wins this game. We're down to only 6 teams and 13 people. Looks like we don't have a single full team actually left here. So now the team to look out for here is Royal G and University of California, San Diego. Looks like they took out the team San Antonio that was looking like they had the most kills and they were going to have the best spot, but looks like they have the most kills and they took out one of the best teams. So looks like Jake Blue going to be taking out Aloe V as punishment for staying outside for too long. Endless Void going to be wrapping around. Also probably going to face the same fate if he's not careful enough. Fiasco's going to be getting knocked out. Jake Blue going to take some small damage. Endless Void's going to get a shot on Dingus Khan and take him out right here. And also going to die for that. Jake Blue is going to be knocked outside the play zone, unfortunately, and he's going to die for that. Royal G killing the Dingus Khan right there like we just saw. Now we're down to 5 people and 2 teams. So we've got R3PO Wraith and Lieutenant Bojangles, who's knocked out. Sadly, this does not look good for 3PO Wraith. He has to heal himself and res a member, and it's going to be probably not very good here. Endurance not quite noticing that they're down there. They're looking everywhere except for right in front of their very eyes, and looks like they're going to get killed, and that's going to be the end of Game 1. Wow. So it looks like we got Royal G with 5 kills, Endurance with 4. Some notable frags also from San Antonio. They had Draven, I believe, had at least 7 kills. He probably had more. Looks like he had 7 kills, and his teammate Suka had 4. Shout out to Degrado, the last remaining member of his team. He had 4 kills. Niara got 5th place after being the only person left alive on their team. And our boy Jake Blue 88 actually had 4 kills, bringing OSU to 3rd place. They've been showing up lately. I actually really like OSU. They've been proving themselves to be someone to look out for. We meme and chat about them, but you know what? They've definitely got some really, really good players. Alrighty, so with that, we will take a break. I I do not believe that we have a second game, but if we do, then I will be streaming it and I will be casting it, and it will be live here. So we will take a break for now, and if we have another game, just come back here in the next few minutes and you will see. But if not, then I'll be signing off now. This is Chamsy, and hopefully we have another game. I'll see you guys Sunday at the earliest, and look out for playoffs next week as well. Alright, everybody, so it looks like I have confirmation that we do not have a second game tonight, so I just want to say thank you guys for coming out and watching our first game. We'll probably have the second game played tomorrow, and we'll definitely have games streamed tomorrow night with Airless the Goose casting for you at the same time, like usual. We'll have the other half of our CBA season members playing for you tomorrow night, and then we have the Elite Game Sunday, and then playoffs next week. So I want to thank you guys for coming out, and then I also want to thank our sponsors here. So we've got Plays TV. They are a recording service that help you get the best highlights for your gaming situations when you've got that crazy 400 meter, 600 meter, 800 meter headshots with AWMs, when you've got crazy trick shots, when you got silly moments with your friends. You can capture it with Plays TV and upload it instantly. It's a really great service. I know my co-caster, Airless the Goose, who's sadly not here today, but he'll be here tomorrow. He said that he uses it quite a bit, and it's a very great service. So I encourage you to go check that out and use it to the best of its ability. I'm sure it has a lot to offer. So I wanted to thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm Chamsy. It was really fun casting for you guys. I haven't done a solo cast yet, but I hope it went well enough for you. Thanks, guys, for lighting up the chat with a lot of discussion and supporting your guys' colleges. So I will see you guys Sunday.